It's quiet now. No meetings on the calendar, no calls to take. Just me and you in all this space I didn't know I'd have to face. I used to run so hard I never stopped to ask you why. Now I'm sitting at this table, Lord. Just you and I. 25 years, I gave them everything I had inside me. Early mornings, missed recitals, hotel rooms that felt like prisons. God, you know I tried to find me. Had my name on the door, my face on the website. Corner office with the view. Didn't realize I was building on the sand and not on you. Thursday afternoon, they called me in, said things have changed. We thank you for your time. Handed me a box of plaques and photos. Erased a quarter century of grind. Drove home in silence, sat outside the house for maybe 40 minutes straight. Couldn't tell my wife I was afraid she'd see me differently. That fear was really weight. Opened up my Bible to a page I hadn't touched in maybe 7 years. Isaiah 43, I'm making something new. I read it through my tears, and Lord, I felt embarrassed that I needed losing everything to come back home. That I had to be stripped down to nothing just to know I wasn't alone. But you were patient with me, patient with the version of me chasing clout. Patient when I gave the company my Sundays, patient when I shut you out. I was somebody's vice president, somebody's senior lead. But you said, son, before all that, you were already everything you need. You were still here when they moved on. You were here when the title was gone. You were here through the long quiet nights. You were still here, you were still here. Didn't need me to perform. Didn't need me to be strong. Just needed me to trust the light. You were still here, you were still here. 6 months in, I stopped pretending I was taking time to rest and reassess. Had to tell my kids the vacation wasn't happening. That conversation was a test. My daughter looked at me and said, Dad, we don't care about a trip, we just want you. Lord, you spoke through a 17-year-old to say what I already knew. See, I had made my career my altar, my LinkedIn page, my creed. Performance reviews, my communion, quarterly bonuses, my seed. And when it was all gone, I had to sit with who I really was underneath. Not the resume, not the salary, just a man who needed peace. Started waking up at 5 a.m., not for calls, but just to pray. Started noticing the way the light comes through the blinds a certain way. Started listening to older people in my church who lost much more than I. Mother Josephine, who buried 2 sons and still lifts holy hands up high. She told me, baby, God don't waste a wound, he's building something in the fire. I had spent so long performing strength, I'd forgotten what it meant to be inspired. Found a calling in the silence, something only could have come from this. That the thing I thought was lost was actually my genesis. You were still here when they moved on. You were here when the title was gone. You were here through the long quiet nights. You were still here, you were still here. Didn't need me to perform. Didn't need me to be strong. Just needed me to trust the light. You were still here, you were still here. And I won't pretend the fear don't creep in late at night. Sometimes the mortgage sits there like a question and the doubt still tries to climb. There were mornings I just laid there, Lord, I couldn't even find the words to speak. Not a prayer, just breathing, just existing, just that broken in that weak. But you met me in the silence, met me in the stillness of that room. Not with thunder, not with angels, just a peace that cut right through. I don't need the corner office to know who I am anymore. Oh.